very good reason why I'm not going to be grinding these fights. I hope you understand. Getting some Rune Sphere shards is nice and all, but ultimately, potentially not worth it. You know, so maybe if I have extra time at some point, I'll, you know, take my time out, whatever, and I'll go and grind for a little bit here, a little bit there. But as it stands, dear gosh, no. Here, let's ship out this, let's ship out this, let's get a whole bunch of stuff to be ready and good to go, and let's go into a wardrobe. I found the calendar! Boof and boof. Of course, I almost kind of have to grind a little bit more again. Okay. Everyone's in the festival grounds. Maybe oh shoot, I should have brought gifts. I should bring gifts. A bunch of something to give everyone like a pineapple or something. Should be neutral towards them all, right? And then they'll all just be all like, oh, thank you for really, wrong game. But yeah, everyone will enjoy nice tasty little pineapple, right? Actually, now that I think about it. Oh yeah, it won't start until I get my thing. And quad.
Stay on guard. Hello.
Okay, can I get all 6 of them at once?
What you're supposed to be doing.
Did not get you. Alright.
Hello there. Today's festival should be mighty fun.
Okay, Simone, what up? I didn't save. So whatever grade I get is the grade I'm going to get. Simple as that. Yay! It's in season. It's level 10 and giant and in season. Sure. I think she's adorable. Aw, don't cry. I devoted my life to going. Well, I want it every day, which is accurate.
Amazing.
Yeah. Let's see. The voices told me to do it. True love. Would he want the true love one? It was my best. Because it was my best one, he might appreciate that. He might appreciate that. I don't know. Oh, sorry. I might lose this. I got a loss and a neutral, I think. I got one good. But it's also like the first Summer Crop Festival event, so... Hey! How did you get 176 votes? So am I the first, or I don't even get top 3? Yay! 290, nice.
Wow! Great job snapping up that win.
Congrats. That's worth celebrating.
Yeah, Heart Drink. Heart Drink, which has been shipped. Chaos Edge. I'll probably just ship this out. Although, I mean, 625 attack, 1456 attack, you know. I'll just ship this. But for this, though, check out. 12201. 12211. Yeah.
Congratulations! Whoa!
Shock and awe! Bravo!
Wow! Hey, stop treating me like a kid.
I don't know if you have any
Hello?
Ta-da! Wait.
This is wonderful.
I'd
There's
love to know
something
what you
amiss,
think of my
is
weapons.
it not?
Hello.
Okay, so anyway. What does Fuka have to say about everything? Puppy! She's taking a nap on her feet. Yeah, that sounds like her, alright. So, at some point, fire alarms are going to start going off. And if that happens, I'm really sorry. But it was supposed to have started happening by now, and now all I know is it'll probably happen at some point today. I don't know when they'll start going off. I just know at some point they'll start going off, and they'll be going for hours and hours. But I figured I'd get something of a recording started. And I do have some stuff to talk about today, at least. Oh, right. Let's see if I can learn anything. I can make ketchup, I can make toast, I can make veggie smoothie. Oh, hey, that's useful. Fruit smoothie, that's good. Prelude to Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, max HP all the way down. HP up by like a lot, but it reduces your max HP by a bunch and rune points by a bunch as well, but it gives you like a bunch of protection. So if you make this at level 10, if I can get myself a level 10 strawberry, I can start making Prelude to Loves. Mixed juice. How do I make a mixed juice? Oh, whatever.
I hope it comes out okay.
Okay. Just want to make sure everything's going well at my farms. There's some stuff that's... Right. Yesterday, I spent much of the day hanging out with family. Because my little brother is... Yeah, well, my mom finally decided that my little brother could buy himself a Nintendo Switch, or my little brother decided that he finally wanted one. Don't know how that worked out, but... So I went with them to the store. I had some paperwork to drop off downtown, whatever. So I went with them to the store to help them pick out a Switch, pick out some games. Then I decided while I was there, I was like, hey, why don't I, go over to the house with you and help you figure out, or not help you figure out, and show you how the whole thing works. Show you how to, use the Switch, how to use the store, how to do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Give you some pointers here and there, so you know what to look for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in addition to all of the other games that they had bought, I also lent them my copy of Breath of the Wild. Because I figured, hey, why not? They're going to go camping for a couple of weeks. And they bought, like, what, 5 games? So, like, yeah. Going to the Switch store here, you can get a whole bunch of demos and a bunch of free games and software and whatnot. So you can have fun with those without, paying extra. Oh, and also... Oh, no. Yeah, I'm realizing that I'm almost dead, so that's a bad sign. If I wind up using the thing and then immediately dying, then that would just suck. Okay.
Time to eat.
Okay, nope. no, no, no. Okay. Yeah, basically spent the whole morning with that. Came back home, did my second upkeep stuff, whatever. And then Azura was home, so we started on a new Let's Play series that we're doing together starting in August. Or, the uploads will start in August. You know how it works, right? I went and ate that fish because I had forgotten that I could just do this and heal myself.
Nice.
Actually, now that I think about it. There we go. So but yeah, we're starting a new series for every other day August because trying to do Rune Factory every day really feels like a lot. And also, we talked about stuff, and I might actually be moving soon, which would be like, oh my gosh, there's a lot to think about here. It's like, there's nothing concrete quite yet, but we've looked at the apartment, or, no. Azura looked at the apartment. I have not yet seen it in person. I've seen pictures, and Azura took some video while she was there, but I have not actually been there myself to see it. However, next weekend when I'm in town, I should be able to go and check out the place. So before then, I should go and measure all of my big things. My entertainment center, my, gaming setup, whatever. My couch, my furniture, my bookshelves. All of my big things I should measure. I didn't even have to warp away. If I'd just been paying a little bit more attention, I could have been fine. Anyway. So yeah, I measured everything that I have. I'm going to have to measure everything I have. Bring my tape measure. Go down, check out the place, see how well everything goes. Then we'll talk face to face, make some agreements for how we'll be living together. My general thought is that we'll share the bedroom. The office will be like the gaming slash like, yeah, like the gaming room. Azura has to work, about 8 hours a day most days. Monday through Friday, generally speaking. So I figure while she's off at work, I'll have my privacy to do my recordings. So I can do all my Let's Plays without having to worry about, someone in the background who's listening to YouTube. And of course, if we're doing stuff together, we can do stuff together. And then we'll set up a general TV for, like, just playing YouTube videos, whatever. With its own computer, because I have a backup computer for that. We'll just set that up, like, in the living room. And use that for watching whatever YouTube videos we want to watch. Netflix, if we get it. General video stuff. We'll be able to just watch together. Which I think would be nice, useful, and probably fun, too. Wind Dragon, cool. Yeah, we'll share the bedroom. We'll use the office as a gaming room, the living room, and that's also where we'll put, like, a table. We're not necessarily the kind to, eat at the dining table, whatever, but we are potentially the kind to, play board games and stuff. It is a shame that Azura doesn't like to play Magic, but while I was there, we did play various games, like, a lot. Yeah, and I'm sure I can get my upkeep stuff done either on the bed, throwing down a sheet or a towel, whatever. Yeah, a towel is what I do, is what I use, or a spare sheet is what we used when I was staying at Azura's, last weekend? It would be nice to just see what it's like for the two of us just to hang out with nothing to do, because that's what I thought it was going to be during last weekend, but it turned out we actually went and did stuff like all day, every day. Which is fun, but not realistic to, as it pertains to life living together of a status.
Right.
I'm just realizing that pineapple shouldn't actually be, you know, gotten rid of with every harvest, but these fields are, like, dead. Yeah, a lot of these fields are basically dead. All of these ones, right? All of these ones. Essentially dead. Tear drain. Pineapples are draining on the soil, I have to tell you. So yeah, check out the place, blah, 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 blah. And if all goes well and we decide that because Azura is being more or less evicted right now. Like, she has to find a new place to live. Like, period. I can just sit and wait. I could just sit and live here for the next 30 years. I don't want to sit and live here the next 30 years. I've lived here for almost 5 years in this little apartment that I'm in. And I've gone practically stir crazy a couple of times, and it has not been good for me, like, mentally, to be here. No. Like, being here is not good for me, so I don't want to keep living here, you know? Well, it's not good, but the attack is almost nothing. Not plus 30%, but the attack is, like, too low to really make an impact. Okay. I know we did Thundering Waste. I'm pretty sure we did Cloudheim. I think we went all the way up to Cloudheim and then... Yeah, it looks like we did all of the bosses. I say let's go home, get ourselves packed, and then spend the rest of the in-game day trying to go through the tower. But yeah, so... And the place I'm living now is just rent. Like, if I do live here another 30 years and then I move, I have, like, nothing to show for it, except that I have lived in a place for 30 years. But this apartment we're moving into is supposed to be rent-to-own. So if we go and live there for 30 years... we'll own the place. And we're making an agreement where I'll pay 1/3 of the total, like, monthly cost rent and whatnot. And then eventually I'll own 1/3 of the place. So once it gets to the point if we've, you know, rent-to-owned it and we own the place, if we want to, like, move apart then, we can do that. And I will, you know, have 1/3 of the place that I'll be able to claim, like, 1/3 of the cost, whatever, for mine. For my own. Whatever that winds up entailing. So yeah, that's the general idea of it. Because of course Azura's all like, oh, I'll never kick you out and make you, you know, have to go and live on your own, except... I kind of have some form of abandonment issues from people who also said the same things or similar things and then decided, nah, I'm going to, you know, kick you out or ban you, whatever, anyway.
All right. All together.
But whatever. So we have to come up with an agreement, make sure to communicate in case one of us does something that the other finds annoying. I know that I'm very prone to both sides of that, where I find simple things annoying in other people, and that other people find simple things from me annoying. So if we can agree to have open communication about that, it shouldn't be so bad. Like, what I'm thinking is, we'll wake up together in the morning, do whatever morning stuff is done. You know, Azura will, go on out to work, and then I'll go and, you know, clean up the place, whatever. I don't clean my place, because I don't feel like I am worth cleaning for. But if I'm living with somebody, especially somebody who's willing to point out like, hey, the bathroom needs cleaned. Because in my perspective, yeah, no, bathroom's fine, whatever. It's not, you know, caked in mud. It's fine. And so it's all like, it's like, excuse me, you have, I don't know, clothes on the floor there, put them in the hamper, because I will leave my, you know, dirty clothes on the floor of the bathroom until it's time to do the laundry. And I'm fine with that. I have a little corner of the bathroom set aside for that. Not everyone is okay with that. We'll have to, you know, make agreements, arrangements, I was gonna say, but make agreements for what is and is not okay. I got something special. I got light ore? Big crystal. Okay, cool. I got some small crystals. Why are small crystals worth so much more than big crystals? Anyway, peace out.
Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
So it's all about that, figuring out what all we need in order to live together, blah, 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 how we're going to do things,
Ready to go?
how are we going to set up decorations, because I like having, you know, all my nerd paraphernalia, like, out on shelves and whatnot. Some people don't like that, whatever. Yeah, figure out, you know, agree to how we're going to have things sorted. A lot of communication, I'm sure we could make it work. But frankly, all I particularly need... Yeah. Yeah. All I really need out is my desk with, like, computer and whatnot. And then, as long as I can have space to store stuff like, you know, magic cards, my shores, whatever, and various board games. It's like if I could have, like, say, one bookshelf where I display all of my, you know, nerd stuff, as well as my desk for my recording. And the office actually has a built-in desk, so I'm gonna have to see how I can make that work. See if I could utilize it. Yeah. See if I can make good use out of such the desk. Get everything to work there. Now that I'm thinking about it, because Azura has a giant TV she uses with her computer, so now I'm wondering, what if we set up that TV in the bedroom? Yeah, Azura has a giant TV. I have, like, a small, relatively small TV. It's, like, what, 3 feet wide or something? Her TV is, like, 6 or 7 feet wide. It's massive in comparison. Ooh, Chemistry Bread Plus. Useful, but I want to save first before I go to use it.
All right, let's go.
Gosh, I got so into potions when I couldn't use my magical healing.
All right.
Yeah, considering that there's a spell to remove seal from yourself,
Thanks.
all you need is stuff to replenish your rune points, which in Warcraft 5 you can do just by standing still, strictly speaking.
Let's go.
I remember when I actually used to use that, I'd like stand still, it's like, okay, I got 7 now, I can use my hammer. Well,
Thanks.
diamond ore. So yeah, anyway,
All right.
what I see a typical day of being is we wake up together, blah blah blah.
Nice.
Azura showers, does her stuff. I, you know, I help her, potentially help her get ready to leave for the day.
All right.
At the very least, like making breakfast, whatever.
1,
Then when she's done,
Nice.
either when she's done or as she's leaving, I do my first upkeep to get that all, you know, worked on.
Hey, let's go. Thanks. I'm not done yet. Hello.
Oh, shoot. Okay, let's try to work on this and see if this works. But yeah, we get up, so it heads to work, I do my upkeep, I record my, you know, couple of videos for the day. Figure she's out for 8 hours. 2 hours for my first upkeep, and 2 hours for my... Actually, no, by the time October rolls around, I'll only have to do it twice a day. So yeah, 2 hours for my first upkeep, and then I have 6 hours... Yeah, then I can record, say, even 3 videos for a day. You know, gotta stay ahead of the curve and all that. The issue is we can't hurt the thing. Because I think this weapon is Earth type, isn't it? No.
I hope it comes out okay. I'm not done yet. I'll show you.
Okay, someone just did something that hit it for like 2,000. Okay, now it's poisoned, so that's awesome. Fuka, keep attacking it. Knock it down.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, gosh. So, yeah. I go do my 3 episodes. That's 5 hours a day. Then it gives me another 3 hours to basically, what? Tidy up the place. For each day I clean up, like, one room, say. It's like, oh, it's Monday, time to clean the bathroom. Oh, it's Tuesday, time to clean the kitchen, whatever. And then I still have time to start working on some sort of dinner that'd be ready for when Azura gets home. Yeah, I can make dinner every day. Can't make, like, you know, awesome, great stuff, but I can make food. Cool, I'm hitting right constantly because I want to hit that gate. And it wouldn't let me swap over to it because it wasn't on screen, but it wasn't on screen because for some reason it decided to target something behind me.
Got you.
Oh my gosh, you can just dash right through that.
Take that! Go! Yes! Alright!
Well, Calcum levelizer. I don't want to start drinking my levelizers
Ready to go?
until I either absolutely need the small power boost, or I'm starting to make my levelizers and I'm just going to get all of my
Thanks
levels.
for the lift. Take that!
Boom, done. But yeah, I can make dinner, Zora gets home, we do whatever stuff. probably, like, you know, put on some YouTube to watch, lounge on the couch, maybe play some games, whatever. Do some co-op Let's Plays if we're up for that. If we're up for that. Oh yeah, also, if we do move, I'm gonna have to take my computer out of its fancy pyramid case and put it back in its original case, which I still have sitting on a shelf. But yeah. When it comes to needing room for my stuff, I could be fine with like one bookshelf and then all my other stuff either given away, sold, or put in a storage locker. I think I'm gonna have a lot of stuff just put in a storage locker. I don't know how much those cost, but I'm hoping it's not more than $20 a month, because that would be really annoying if it's like, yep, $150 a month. You get essentially half a garage. Guys, kind of hoping for a bit more room than that.
Thanks. Thanks.
This feels like it should have something.
All right, let's go.
Did I do both of these rooms? Probably? I don't know. I know I did that side, so let's go back here. I don't think I did this. Oh no, I did this, right? I did not do this, because I would have noticed all of this. So yeah, that's the whole thing. Just live together, and we do that for like, what, 30 years. And I don't know, people like to call me an introvert because I don't like big crowds. I get over, you know, over-sensory, whatever it is, overstimulated by, like, loud noises and people, whatever. So I think just living with, like, one person who's going to be gone for most of the day every day, so it's almost like I live alone for, like, you know, the bulk of the day.
All right.
And then there'll just be things like, hey, I can't be, you know, staying up late all night doing whatever, because yeah, I can't necessarily just be up all night, every night, playing games and stuff like I used to, but ever since I've had my surgery, I've been pretty good about going to bed, usually before 1 a.m. Yeah, the big issue is that Azura goes to bed at, like, 10, so I'll have to, you know, do my last upkeep, at least for, what, 2 months when I actually have a second upkeep per day. I'll have, yeah. I have to do it, you know, starting at 8, ending at, like, 10-ish. Which isn't so bad. Or heck, start at 9 and then just, air dry while falling asleep. Nah. I can do it at 8, whatever. So I get home about 5:30-ish, so 2.5 hours of being together, eat a meal, whatever. And again, as long as we have lots and lots of communication, things should be good, and Azura seems to be pretty good about communicating stuff. To the point where she over-communicates stuff that doesn't really need to be communicated, because she'll, like, say some, like, reference to a thing that's, like, 30 years old, and she'll be all like, oh, what do you mean you don't know? It's blah, 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 like, go on and on and on. But I was like, hold on, let me spend 5 minutes looking up a YouTube video to, show you, like, the clip from this one anime that existed, like, before you were born, so you understand what I'm saying. It's like, I get it, Azura. A character in an anime said that line, and it was funny, so you're saying it now. I understand. It's like, oh, blah, blah, but I have to show you this, and then the clip is, like, exactly as she had said. Some character that I don't know saying some line, and it's like, Azura, I'm not going to watch an entire anime just to understand one little reference you made. I get it. A character in anime said it, and it was funny. Please, let's go back to what we were talking about before. Are these walls... I feel like at least one of these walls could be broken open with my hammer. I want to poison the yellow dragons. Oh, come on! Brrr. Base third floor, 614. Wait a second. Did that glitch the time? Autosave data is Big Boss Base third floor at 614. But I saved at 1146. I'm guessing I saved at the AM and this is like 6:14 PM. So about, 4 in-game hours ago. That time I actually did hit the wrong button because I'm trying to go to here. Actually, I think it might be worth it to go for the save because that's at least on the third floor.
Come on, hurry up already.
No! See, I'm very nervous about this whole moving thing, and it's at the forefront of my mind, but I'm not going to put anything determinate yet. I'm going to wait until I go down next weekend, check out the place. We're going to talk about it for the weekend, go enjoy Animathon as much as we can while stressing out about this. And then by the time I get back, I'll make the choice on if I want to move there or not. And we'll, set everything in motion for then. Probably, get some people over to help me throw all of my belongings into bags based on like, if I need the stuff now versus if I do not. Wasn't that diamond ore before right next to these boxes? Yeah, I don't have any of my diamonds.
Ready to go? Thanks for the lift.
Ta-da! Okay, all is good. So yeah, I have to figure out all of that and, like, who knows, maybe, yeah. Like, it would be nice if we could have our own, like, separate rooms to, like, personalize and stuff, but it's like, kitchen, living room, those, like, generic rooms. If we're going to be sharing the bedroom, which, sharing a bed with someone isn't an issue for me, but apparently was an issue one night for Azura, because I tossed and turned all night. To be fair, it was the first night in that new bed, so that could have something to do with it. It could have been, like, some nerves. It could just be sometimes I snore, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I toss and turn, sometimes I don't. Could be something like that. That will have to be seen. So if it turns out that we can't actually sleep in the same bed together, then there could be issues.
Too slow.
But again, we'll have to see about all that. Oh, right. Yeah, you can just, like, dodge through it. It's neat. I thought that had disappeared.
Got you. All right. Thanks. Delicious.
Okay. Rad. Rad solo. So yeah, that's... Yeah. I keep, losing my train of thought and then going right back to it. But that's the whole idea. Thinking of moving because
Thanks for the lift.
after 5 years of living here, it still doesn't feel like I live here. It feels like, oh yeah, just stay here, be, a guest, whatever. Like, because back in April, there was, arbitrary inspection and the person decides like, oh, well, it smells too much like ammonia, so we're going to just evict you. We decide that you're too much of a problem. And so it smells like ammonia in here, we say.
All right.
Yeah, we're just going to kick you out, and you have 2 weeks warning. So I had to, like, call up the person and give quite a speech and about how I was like, I don't really have anywhere to go, but
All right.
so now that I kind of might, not guaranteed yet, might have somewhere to go.
Let's go.
Yeah, because ever since April, I've been looking for a new place to live, but knowing that there's no way I'm going to get a better deal on rent. And I would like to live in Edmonton, because I'd like to live in a big city where I can go out and do things.
All right.
Because here where I live, if I want to, say, go to the LGS and stuff, it's like, what? Couple of hours to walk, like, about 3 hours to walk there, or I could bus there, which would probably take an hour. Or back when I had a bike, that would take like an hour. But I'd be living in Edmonton, and it'd be like, if I do get a bike, it'd be like, what, 15-minute bike ride from one of the bigger game stores. So I'd be able to just, like, go there. Yeah, sure, I wouldn't go there every day. Maybe once a week, maybe once a month, but I'd be able to go there effectively whenever I wanted. I don't have a bike now, but maybe living in Edmonton will give me more incentive to get one. Plus, Azura and I can help incentivize each other to lose weight, because we both need to lose weight. Azura hasn't had her surgery yet, but she wants to, and she has to lose weight to get the surgery. But, yeah, we both don't do that great when it comes to impulse control. I can do okay sometimes, but not all the time, as evidenced by the fact that I drop like 1 pound a day for like a week or two, then I gain all of it back in 1 day.
Go. All right.
And then, yeah, moving away from town, family's gonna be probably upset by it, because I'm used to seeing my mom and little brother, like, seeing them, like, what, about once a month-ish. Once or twice a month. I'll see them and talk and stuff and whatever. But it's like,
Thanks.
I don't want to be cynical about my family,
All together.
but it almost feels like they only, you know, call me for stuff when they want something, and I only call them for stuff when I want something. Like, we only, you know, contact each other when one of us wants something, and that's just not necessarily a good thing. It's like, oh, your little brother's friends want to play D&D. Hey, you know D&D, you can be their DM and make a game for them to play and whatever. And in exchange,
Thanks for
you know,
the
pick you up, bring you over here, and we'll give you like a meal for doing it or something. Like, that's usually my payment for going over there and doing stuff, is I get a meal.
Take that.
When I help them with Switch stuff and help them set up and stuff, I got a burger and some fries.
All right.
Could have had more fries, didn't want to.
Take that.
I didn't order a drink at the McDonald's because I don't like pop, and the iced tea and the Fruitopia taste bad to me. It's a personal thing, but they taste bad to me.
Damn it.
Yeah, they didn't have any drinks that I actually wanted, because their summer drink days, they didn't have their chai tea, the iced chai tea, whatever stuff that I like. So, whatever.
Nice. Yes.
So, yeah, all of that, all decided and
All right.
whatnot, and... But yeah, if they want something from me, they can, you know, call up on that, yeah, call, text, get on, get on voice chat, whatever, figure out how to help with things,
All right. Yes.
and get all of that working. The internet is still good, and I'll be able to see them in person when they come by Edmonton once a year or so. Unfortunately, they won't be able to actually stay at the apartment unless it, like, maybe if it is just my mom and little brother, I might be able to do something. Yeah, eventually just get a pull-out couch for the living room. They can stay out there. All 3 of them would be a bit of a stretch, but whatever. Yeah, wouldn't be able to see the family as much. That is a thing in the con category, but also, technically I would be closer to some family because I'd be closer to my dad and my cousins, some of my cousins. Actually, generally closer to all of my cousins other than, you know, my stepdad's kids. Stepdad's siblings' kids. Although, anyway, whatever.
Take that! There, huh?
Yeah. Oh gosh, just have to keep going until all three of these are poisoned. That's the thing. Once he's all poisoned, it just becomes a matter of, like, staying alive long enough for it to be a... Yeah. It's just a matter of staying alive for a while.
Thanks.
This has a huge poison chance. Oh, come on! I was at, like, full, and that thing decides, like, nah, I'll just kill you in two. You know what? Screw it. Walk back to the tower, get on Derpy, just run through everything. I should be able to run through. It'll be fine. I beat the boss, like, today, so... Yeah, that's the question. Do I want to just run through... Screw it. I'll run through. I say run through and I almost reload the save. Yeah, fine. I'll run through. I'll run through. See, I don't know what to think about this whole moving thing. It's very tempting, I have to admit. But at the very least, I shouldn't have such cases as...
All together now.
Oh, someone's going to be coming by to inspect your apartment. You have like 18 hours of notice to make sure everything is clean to whatever quality of standard that the inspector wants you to have. Which, for one inspector, is like, well, place doesn't stink of ammonia, you're good. Another place was, oh, there's streaks on the floor from where you mopped it. You fail. Yeah, plus, if I do want to, say, spend a month to go out of town and visit my grandparents or whatever, as I did last year, which started a whole bunch of issues, I'd be able to just do that. Be able to just leave, and, yeah, just go. Yeah, won't be able to meet with Chandra, but, yeah, it's that'll be unfortunate, but, yeah, it's like, and oh yeah, and don't worry, this apartment that I'm moving to is supposed to be pet friendly, so hopefully it won't be extra charged for having a cat, which would be ridiculous if we were, considering it is meant to own, so it's like, why would you charge us extra for having a pet in the place that we're planning on living to? Maybe we'll have to sign a contract saying we actually do plan on continuing to rent this place for X amount of months, blah blah blah. I don't know how everything will work, because I don't know how things work. Considering I do not. And also the view is amazing. I've only seen like images of the view so far, of course. But from what I've seen, the view is downright amazing. Derpy, don't...
Ready to go?
Oh gosh, yeah, I went to spend a weekend with Azura. My mom is so concerned about my safety, and I'm not saying this as like a knock against my mom, I'm saying that this was sweet of her. She was so concerned with my safety that she decided that we should set up, like a code word, just in case Azura turned out to be, you know, not who she said she was and wanted to, like, kidnap me to take my skin or something, and then take my phone to text my family saying, oh no, everything is fine. My mom decided, hey, we should have a code word, then you can, like, text it to me and I know it's actually you and everything is fine.
Nice.
However...
Nice. All right.
However, and this is why I am going to do a bit of a laugh, because things could have gone bad if things were going to go bad. The idea for that sort of a code word is that I texted to her,
Okay, let's go.
more or less unprompted, well, not prompted by anything in the texts, and then she would see it and know that everything is fine, and just like potentially not to react to it. By the time I say it, she knows it's good. However, she was texting me. It's like I text like, okay, I got down. It's like I got down to Edmonton. Okay, met up with the Zora. Everything is fine. And then my mom texts, okay, how's everything with Bubbles? And it's like, Mom, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do the code word, Mom. If this was a case where I'd met someone and things were going bad and they had taken my phone to try to fix everything was fine, they'd just say like, oh yeah, Bubbles is fine, and you'd be all like, oh, well that's good. My daughter gave me the code word, so I know everything is fine. Because that's not how it works. You're supposed to be all like, oh, is everything good? I'd be like, yep. You know, everything's coming up, Bubbles, or something like that. Like, yes, everything is good. I give the code word and try to, like, put it into the text in such a way where it looks like everything is... Where I don't just, like, just text Bubbles in case after I say that everything is fine, then she takes my phone, sees that I'm being all, like, Bubbles, and decides, oh, that's probably, you know, something important. I should... you know, continue texting it. The idea is that if someone takes my phone, they don't know what the code word is. But you specifically asking, oh, how's Bubbles? And it's like extra not so good because, yeah, we chose Bubbles because that was the name of a dog that I used to have. Keyword used to because Bubbles died. Bubbles was put down. She was an old dog. She was an old dog. She was sick. My dad had to put her down. It was very sad. It's like, how's Bubbles? Well, Bubbles is dead. But I am fine.
It's over. Take that.
I mean, suffice it though, I am fine. I'm not sure if I actually did wind up calling my mom while I was down there for the weekend. Just so she could hear my voice and know, hey, yes, everything is fine. Everything is good. Oh, God. Imagine someone leaving a message to someone. Like a voicemail or something. Just like it's like, oh yeah, I made it to such and such place. Everything is fine, met up with the person, everything is what it said it would be, everything is good, I'm gonna go now, be safe, yes, like, whatever. And what they mean is exactly what it says on the tin, everything is fine, I'm good, just want you to know that I'm good, I'm fine, there's nothing for you to worry about. What the person sees it as, though, is a coded message, and they're trying to figure out, because they don't trust that the person is actually fine and safe, so they're trying to, like, piece it together. It's like, okay, well, they said this, but they'd only say... It's like, but that's kind of an odd way for them to say this, so I'm not sure if they're actually safe. It's... And they're, like, trying to code it together for, like, a couple of days, and then it's revealed eventually. It's like, the person, like, comes back home, it's like, no, I was safe. I was fine. I told you, I was fine! No safe spot before the boss fight, although I think this fool probably had a... Check what... Tiamat? It's only 3 levels below me.
Take that. Thanks. Take that. Now you've done it. Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, the whole thing is like, can you do, you know, Rune Factory 4 with, like, just watering cans? It's like, strictly speaking, you can. However, like, you can do it with, like, you know, the worst weapon and, like, no accessories, whatever. If you could even deal so much as one, like, you could do it with the weapon, with, like, say, yeah. With, like, a fishing rod enhanced with scrap iron plus, or scrap metal plus, whatever. you know, only dealing 1 damage per hit, and it's a slow attack with not very much AoE, you could beat the game like that. You just need to, you know, upgrade all of your stats. Once you maximize all of your, mostly speaking, your, I mean, if you're dealing stat 1 damage, mostly your health stat would be the most important thing. To set up health to, you know, 2 million or 3 million or something, you're good. It would take a long time to get there. Especially since R4, I don't think you can get, yeah. You need to, you know, do some dungeons first before you can get extra crops and whatever, but as long as you defeat, like, 1 monster, you can level up as much as possible. It will just take a couple of in-game years of grinding, but you could eventually grind up level 50,000. Whatever, that's off topic, yeah. If I move to Edmonton, things are going to be different. I don't know if they will be better, that's the scary thing, and I can't just move there, stay there for like a month, and be all, nope, this isn't what I want, and then go back home. Or, you know, go back here. Once I'm out of here, I'm out of here. So you have to, like, set up a whole arrangement thing. It's like, hey... And rent there is going to be more expensive than rent here, but... groceries... might not be so bad. Considering that everything is more expensive here than it is in the big town. What's this thing? Just a teleport. No, okay, well, fine then. Is this a checkpoint? Did I make it to checkpoint? I think R5 is a checkpoint now. Woohoo! Checkpoint! It's about 3 a.m. I'm not gonna make it all the way to like 10 now.
All right.
Oh yeah, don't forget to yawn before eating your bread. That's very important. Eat! I found something of a glitch. Character did not want to eat the bread. So maybe I should be buying cooking bread every day. Or not necessarily cooking bread, but, you know, recipe breads every day.
Nice.
Definitely need more cooking bread for sure. I'm still missing one farm to OSB, and I think it's one of the fishing rods.
Nice.
So I know I haven't shipped out one specific fishing rod yet. Does Oikal come sell for like a bunch? Ooh, mom claw, nice. Yeah, it sells for a decent amount.
Nice. Nice.
At this point in the game, selling off a whole slew of Oikal could be a good idea.
I'm not done yet. Got you.
Yeah, there's just something about challenge runs in games that's like, hey, try to beat the game, but like with this condition. And sometimes those can be fun. Like the Satisfactory challenge run that it's going to start uploading in a couple of days. I mean, the first episode is already technically on YouTube, but it's set to be uploaded, you know, in a few days, whatever, so, you know, there's stuff going for that. Whoops. That's gonna slowly poison itself away. Hey puppy, help deal with these. Yeah, one of them is poisoned, so that's not an issue. The issue is the unpoisoned one that we still have to poison.
Let's go.
Is it just an issue that my weapon is somehow not good enough to face it, or does it just negate all neutral damage? Because my sword is typeless. Okay, there's just this one left. Fuka, as long as you keep hitting it, it'll keep being knocked down. Okay, perfect. Now all we have to do is live. If we can at least get this checkpoint done for, then we can just run through on future attempts. Do you see... If the enemy gets far enough away, it's just gonna just despawn. Fuka? Where are you? Fuka? Honey? Darling? Puppy? What did you do? I spent so long playing this game without encountering much in the way of, like, glitches. And now I just encounter, like, 2 at once. I think next time I'm just going to be able to save, but it's been an hour. Fire alarms are still not going off yet, which is awesome. We're trapped in this room. If we didn't have a teleport, imagine doing this on a, like, no teleport run. You could reload your autosave, honestly. But, like, Fuka. Puppy, no, look at me in the eye. What did you do?